I'm Greg Frew, sports show guru. Welcome to my show, everybody. Crazy day yesterday in the NFL. We had the Saints. I did protect it with the money line parlay with the Ducks, which the Ducks took care of their side, but the Saints didn't get it. Welcome to my show, everybody. I'm Greg Frew, professional sports handicapper, also nutritional consultant. I've been helping people make sustained profits for over 2 decades in sports wagering. I have a nutrition coach I picked up the last almost year now. I've had one who's helped restore my health, and that's why I decided to do this show to help you guys with nutrition, especially men my age in particular. I'm 54 now. We struggle more with the nutritional issues. And I know that that's an issue. If it was for me, it certainly is for other people because I know how to cook. My late wife was a culinary chef, and I've been cooking for a long time. So I know if I struggled with nutrition, I knew other people out there would need to hear this message. So I started this show to help people with nutrition. I've also been handicapping sports for over 2 decades. I've been helping people, consult people on sports wagering to help them make sustained profits in all the sports. So I decided to start this show and put the two entities together to help you get what? Healthy and wealthy. And that's what we've been doing. Yesterday was an interesting day. The Saints, Breeze usually doesn't lose a game for his team. That's not usually a part of his DNA. But yesterday he did. He played poorly. And that's why they lost. Congratulations to the Vikings. They finally, Cousins won a big game, quote unquote. They outplayed the Saints, pretty evident the whole way through. So we didn't win that game, but we did win the Seahawks game. We were fortunate early. Wentz was knocked out. That pretty much was the end of the game. I did look at my end game. It was minus 250. I didn't add to that on the money line. It was minus 5.5, so I just let it go. We had a substantial bet on it before the game, but a good win by Seattle. We never lost a road game with Seattle all year, and that continued again yesterday. So I want to congratulate them and thank them for an incredible year. I don't believe it's been a very long time since I've won every bet with one team on it, especially on the road. So I want to thank them for that and my viewers also. So we split there, the hockey split. We did win the puck line early with the Sharks. Thank you, Mark. We should have won. They were up 2 goals with under a minute to play, right, Mark?
Yes.
And we lost. Believe it or not, I watched it and it was pretty heartbreaking. It's pretty crazy to watch that when all you have to do is guard the goal, not the players pretty much. With that amount of time left, you can afford to mainly just defend the goal area. And they chose to spread out more on defense. And, growing up on the West Coast, I'm not a big hockey person, but I've been watching enough of it over the years to know that you got to finish a game like that. I don't care if you're on the road or not. That was a very good plus for us. We did make good, considering the value was minus 130 puck line. We did good in that respect. That's a low number on puck lines, as most of you guys know out there, my viewers. So we did earn money, and the Ducks won last night outright against Nashville. I did add to them late in the game. We're so really, when you look at our hockey, we're definitely due to start winning some sides, some pluses, some sides, and that's why I started adding them, which I'm going to talk to you guys about today, because I know we're ready to start winning some sides. We've been winning the puck lines on parlays, holding our own there, but we need to win some sides now to get that plus money, because that's what we're doing it for, to get that plus. That gives us an advantage over the house. So we should start winning these sides now, so something for you guys to think about. And with that, I want to go into the hockey first. Since that's the early game, we actually have 3 games today in hockey we're going to take. Edmonton's at Toronto. Toronto's been a hot team, even with the new coach. They've won 15 out of 20 with him. So they're playing very good hockey this year. You guys know that. Edmonton, again, has a new identity with their new coach, and they're better than last year. And that's reasonable. That means they're trending upward. We're getting good, I call it good value in this game. Plus 170 is a decent amount of money for a team like the Edmonton. They're not that bad of a team, and they're on the road, which they like to be at more. They're comfortable on the road. That helps. So we're going to take that. That puck line's only 140. And again, if we do like the Sharks yesterday, hopefully we close the game and win. The 140 still gives us a good profit because we're betting 2-1 on our money. We're going to bet 2-1. Bet so double your puck line bet to your straight bet on Edmonton. Simple. And even if we lose like we did with the Sharks yesterday, that's still 60-cent advantage. So for every $10 you bet. So take Edmonton. That's the 4 o'clock West Coast time. Our best hockey play is Winnipeg at Montreal, and they're a dog also. This game we like better. Winnipeg's the better team. They're just a better team, so that means the odds makers gave us a favorable number, or a number that usually a game like this is close to pick 'em. So they're off by about 20 to 30 cents, we believe, and based on my handicapping experience. So that's our best bet. We're going to take the Jets on the road at Montreal. They're plus 130, minus 180 on the puck line. Again, don't even need to parlay that. Just going to lay that 2-1, and you can bump that bet up more than the Oilers game because that is our best bet today in hockey. And we are due positionally, fundamentally, to start winning more sides now than just the puck lines. So you're going to win your puck line, but you should start winning our sides now too. So we're going to be a little more aggressive now in hockey starting now. We're one game over we're past the halfway point now, right, Mark? Mm-hmm. So we're running the second half. There's a lot of room for a lot of good pluses to come in now. And this is when, it's a long season. So in a good week, we could be right back where we need to be in hockey, no problem at all. And hopefully it starts today, you guys. So Winnipeg on the road. And then the late game tonight, we're going to take the Kings at home, where they've been more comfortable. They're playing Columbus. And they're a pick 'em game. There's no puck line involved here. You got to lay 110 on it, so we're going to bet that game. We're going to play that game as much as Edmonton, but our best bet is the Jets. So there's 3 hockey games. I call that a wheel. We want to go at least 2-1. That's why I like to have more games. The more games, the better percentages for us. Good handicappers want more volume. That gives us more opportunities. So real quick before I get into the NBA, these are the supplements. I share these with you guys every day. These are all immune building supplements, and then they especially for like turmeric for arthritis. This is for amino, more building the joints, because I played sports most of my life. I have a lot of arthritis and joint issues. Collagen's real big. I've shared this with you guys from the beginning of my show. We get that in our bone broth, which I give you guys recipes for. And as our show evolves and develops more, I'll have more cooking segments and have more guests on, professionals, and that will happen. And we're going to evolve together. Let me be your sports handicapping coach. Let me help you with nutrition, because let me tell you something. Everybody needs help with nutrition. A lot of people, a very small percentage of our society is proactive when it comes to nutrition. And knowing what nutrition, getting outside help, counseling from professionals, actually going to a nutritionist and starting a program. And I said, Natural Grocer will do it for you for free. That's how I started this. And they helped me so much, I decided to start this show. So I want to share this recipe real quick with you guys. This is a baked chicken I made today. Stuffed it with some carrots, onions, Kalamata, organic garlic, organic olives, organic garlic, and roasted it. I make mine. I have a nice stove. It's a convection stove. Hour and a half at 335. Got that nice, color on the skin there, that means it's cooked really well, perfectly. And then what I do is I make soup from that. I'll eat a sandwich from it or something, but I'll go right into my soup. I buy all organic vegetables, chop those up, saute them with some ghee butter and some organic olive oil. Heat those up, let those veggies start sweating. I use onion, celery, carrots, broccoli, cauliflower, whatever I like, green pepper, squash. The more veggies, and then I just saute those, heat those up, and when they start sweating, I break down my chicken. I add it in the pot, and then I just pour all of my bone broth in it. Now, for soup, I just use regular broth, but I use organic. I don't use cheap broth. I still use organic, and then I fill that up because the bone broth is going to come from this carcass here. So I don't need to add expensive bone broth, and I don't even need to make it. It's going to be brewing in the soup as it cooks. So that's a good idea. This lasts me and my partner here, my roommate, lasts me up to 4 days. You don't have to just go and you reheat it. Add some sour cream, organic sour cream, some cilantro, and boom, you got it. Whatever you guys like. But soup's the best for us because it has a lot of bone broth in it. And we need that in our diet. We're lacking that in our diet in our country. And it's getting worse. And because people don't want to take the time to prepare things properly and make them healthy. But that's what I'm here to help you, to remind you guys to start doing this. Because if you go to a restaurant, most of the food doesn't contain much vitamins or minerals. The food is just lacking. They don't give you much of a serving of vegetables when they make you food, even when you pay $15 for it, $20. So you make it yourself. That's what I say. Make this soup yourself, and you'll have a meal for 4 to 5 days for yourself. A good, hearty, delicious meal that's good for you. So I want to finish here. Make sure you guys tell your friends, go on the show, Sports Chef Guru on YouTube. Subscribe, it's free. And when you subscribe, I shoot the show at different days. We're trying to give it to you every day. We're getting better at that. And different times, though, we're always at. You'll get an indicator on your phone when I shoot my video, and then you'll know it to come up. Take a look at it. So we have the 3 hockey. I just want to go over 1 NBA. Today, we're taking the Spurs at home. And for all you guys who have been with me from the beginning, I've reminded you almost every show that we like to stay with the home teams, when we can, especially as dogs. That's harder, more difficult on the road. So we're going to stay with the Spurs in this spot. We got a 7-point cushion here, which is a lot of room for a home team. Spurs have good tradition. They're winning. They're comfortable at home. So we're going to play them there. So I'll recap with you guys real quick. Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you, Mark. One more game. Thank you, Mark. The Lending Tree Bowl. Miami, Ohio is playing Lafayette. This number is too high. It's 14. I'm going to take the 14, take Miami of Ohio, the underdog in this game, and that's a number. And generally in the bowls, when you see double digits, and I've been doing this for over 2 decades, so you start identifying different positions. And when you see a game like this at this number, that's an advantage, and you bet the game. As simple as that. So far, UAB early got there as a double-digit dog in the bowl. I forgot who they played. We had it. And then we lost with Oklahoma. That wasn't a bigger release. It was just a game I mentioned to you guys. If you can get 14 to take it. But we lost Oklahoma because of the suspensions and the injuries. They just were outmanned. There's nothing they could do about that. But anyway, so those 2 split. So this should win. We're getting doubles here on a neutral site. The game's being played in Alabama. So go ahead and take Miami of Ohio. Take the 2 touchdowns. And we'll go with that as well. So just to recap, we have Edmonton in hockey. We're taking Winnipeg, which is our biggest play in hockey. And then we're taking the Kings also. That play and the Oilers are the same. Winnipeg is more. And then we got the Spurs in the NBA. We're going to play them. They play at 5 West Coast. They're at home against the Bucks, getting 7. There's some room there. No injuries on either side to share about. And then the last game is the Lending Tree Bowl. We'll take Miami of Ohio, getting the 14 against Louisiana Lafayette. The conferences are basically the same. So we're going to just take that number. That's a pretty big number, unusual. But so take those games, you guys. We should have a winning day again today. We're trending that way, been trending that way. It's a long season. That's why you need a coach. You know, even with the information, even if you know certain things, certain moves in sports wagering, you still have to do the work to verify that the bets are there. And that takes time, no matter what. You can't get out of doing the work. It must be done. The difference between us and other companies is we've been doing the work for over 2 decades. We already know what to look for, but we still have to do the work. And that's why this information is valuable. I'm sharing with you guys. I wanted this. I'm grateful for your support. We're going to change this world one good meal, one good bet at a time. That's going to keep happening, and we're going to get healthy and wealthy together. We're going to do this together, so let me be your coach. Keep coming back on the show. Hopefully we'll have another one tomorrow. And if we do, I look forward to sharing it with you guys. Enjoy the games today. Have a good day. God bless.